Today's paint comes from Cambodia. What's up friends, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in another episode of The Paint Show. And today's paint is New Gamboge by Daniel Smith. This is a very interesting paint. I love it. I love this specific one by Daniel Smith. I use it a tons in so many of my landscape paintings and so many of my... I just love to use it for flowers, fields of wheat, things like this. It's kind of similar to Indian yellow and a bit similar to yellow ochre, but it has a few characteristics that make it preferable, at least for me, over yellow ochre. It's very interesting. Gamboge actually comes from Cambodia. Cambodia is named after the Latin word Gambogium, and it's very cool because this is a word for the paint, the original paint. It's made from the Garcinia tree, which is a tree, an evergreen tree that's very common in Southeast Asia and also in Cambodia, obviously. So just cool to see where the name comes from. So being made from tree, it was originally an organic paint, and the thing is, with organic paints comes the issue of lightfastness. Now I checked on the Winsor Newton website because they had like a spotlight on this specific paint, and they said that they discontinued the original one due to issues of toxicity and also because of, I guess, poor lightfastness, and then they produced the new line called New Gamboge. And I assume something similar happened with the Daniel Smith version of this as well. So let's get to the Daniel Smith version. According to what they say, this version has excellent light fastness, and it's really non-granulating and has no danger of muddying up your paintings. So as I mentioned yellow ochre a few moments ago, from my personal experience of playing with these two paints, it is true. Yellow ochre used to muddy up a lot of my old paintings, and this one just fits perfectly, even if you mix it with more brown pigments, which is really interesting. I mix it a lot with burnt sienna just to get a little more reddishness to it. I mix it with sepia, darker brown, it's more granulating. So it's really interesting to see how it just fits into the painting and doesn't create too much mud, too much granulation, keeps it, keeps it clean, just really good, because if you use it for fields or flowers and you want to keep things relatively smooth, just really good. Now I want to put up on the screen the pigments in this as well as the color index codes. And so you can see there's the PY97 and there's the PY110. PY97 is made from azo yellow, I think, mono azo, sorry, and the second one, PY110, is made from aminoketones. There's not a lot about them on Wikipedia, but what I do know about the mono azo, it's again synthetic organic, just to solve the light fastness issue. Now a little more nerd stats. So this paint is Series 1, it's relatively simple and cheap to produce, which is really cool because for me it's like a core paint, I use it so much. As mentioned, it has excellent light fastness, and the Daniel Smith are very proud of their mixture of this specific one. They do not have an ASTM rating yet. This is an internal, based on their internal system, which I find to be really reliable, so far at least. It is low staining. They say it's more staining than yellow ochre, but it's still low staining, and as mentioned, doesn't granulate, which is a huge plus if you're looking to get a smooth texture, if you're trying to create beautiful flowers, things like this. So just a really good paint. I use it very often. As I said, it came actually with my essentials, the Daniel Smith essentials, and I really like it. And just a word about this one, because I'm already mentioning it, I loved all of them aside from the phthalo blue that I find to be a nightmare. It's this one. All of the rest I really loved them. The Pyro Scarlet, the Hansa Yellow Light, the Quinacridone Rose, I just love them. And this is one of them, and it just became a really favorite of mine. So this is it for today's episode, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in a comment below. Also, if you want me to review a specific tube, let me know. I have a few in store that I really can't wait to review. I got a new Winsor Newton, not Cotman, like Winsor Newton one, the artist grade. So I'm really excited about that. If you want me to review a specific tube you can send it over to me and I'll let you know exactly where to. And this is it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I share tons of stuff there. I also started updating my Facebook page because I neglected it for the longest time. I focused on Instagram and Snapchat. Now I'm back to posting there regularly, so you can check it out at Liron Artist. I'll put it somewhere. And this is it. I'll see you again in another episode of the show and in another video really soon. Take care.